Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Bitcoin Brief. I have to run off to the Tony Robbins conference. Thank you, Mike, for the hookup on the ticket. I'm not sure you're watching, but thank you. One of my friends had a ticket and wasn't able to come down to Singapore to make it, so I will be going to his place to check it out. I can only attend the first 2 days because then I have my own conferences and seminars the second 2 days. But it should be fun. Like, I'm not too familiar with Tony Robbins' work, other than he's a very popular motivational speaker. So that should be pretty cool. We'll check it out. So I'm heading off there right after this. My computer, I gotta get a new computer again. My computer restarted last night, so I really gotta start saving more shit. So I have like nothing to show you other than charts that I just pulled up. Wow, I don't even have my website. Hold on, Liberty Life Trail. And pull up my website. Then we'll start. All right, let's go to screen share. Boom. I really gotta start posting stuff on here. All right. First things first, the trading seminars. LA sold out. All right, done. Washington, just starting. New York, just starting. A venue for Washington is set. A venue for New York is not yet set. I'll get there. Okay. Next, educational tools. Learn trading is there. I'm filling out the affiliates. It's a slow freaking process. Oh, this thing's still not coming up on my end. Yeah, so check it out. This is the VPN service. Where's the link? The link's in there somewhere. On your side, you'll see it. I'm also starting to put in like my favorite tech gadgets in here on my Amazon shopping list. I gotta add a bunch more. But yeah, this is my portable monitor. Some people ask me for it because they've seen me use it. And this is my portable charger, which charges my laptop. It'll charge your MacBook. It's a USB-C 45-watt output. Very good portable charger. So, and I'm gonna put more like cool stuff that I use for Amazon. All right, charts. Here we go. Wait, did this not work? Did you guys see all that? Maybe I didn't double click. Anyway, here is the affiliates page. So this is where all the stuff like I recommend and stuff. Yeah, I know I need a website manager. I have no time to like vet a website manager. I have like 20 people have offered to help me rebuild my website, but I'm not just going to give my credentials to a stranger, right? So that's the problem. So I have to figure out who I'm going to actually work with in order to have my website properly updated. It's going to stay in similar format, though. I like my 1990s format. All right. The weekly chart has not changed. We are working on a pretty bad week. Okay, so here's how you're looking at it, right? There's two things to the current week. You have the prior low, which was at $9,200. You have the prior closing low, which was at 11,558. That's a big difference, okay? If this week closes at a lower weekly low, that's bearish. If it closes, okay, so there's three things here, right? If this week, if the intra-week low is higher than the prior intra-week low of 9,200, but the close is lower than the prior low close of 11,500, that's bearish. If, in addition to that, the intra-week low is lower than 9,200, that's more bearish. If we manage to close below 9,200, that is very, 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 very bearish. Okay, so right now, I see absolutely nothing positive for the weekly chart. The question is, how bearish is it going to look? If the candle closes the way you see it right now, it's kind of bearish. But if it gets any worse, it's only going to get more bearish. You see, the thing that you have to realize as a trader is when your low is a potential reversal, and when your low is a potential beginning to more downside in prices. Okay, now here back in um, July of 2017, the way this candle closed, you can see how it had a lower low than 4 weeks earlier, in June, when we had the $3,000 high. We had a lower low and we had a lower close, and this was a 3 on the time indicator number scale. That means that this candle was actually very bearish. And at the time, I was pretty damn sure we were actually going to go and hit 1300, which I kind of wish we did. I really, really did. Now, what changed this around was SegWit. The fact that the user-activated soft fork took complete control of the tug of war between big blocks and no big blocks, or scaling and no scaling, right? So the user-activated soft fork won on this day, right here. Not on August 1st, it won here. Like, the price action proved that the user-activated soft fork is the right way to go, okay? So it reversed it. So there was a news event. Now, the short play was way up there. So there was plenty of time, and if you go to the daily chart in this area, which I did many, many times, there was plenty of indication on a daily chart to potentially buy a short-term dip that turned into a long-term dip, okay? So now the weekly chart here is even more bearish than it looked there. Now, will there be a daily indication to buy a dip that turns into a longer term reversal? Maybe. We'll get to the daily chart in a minute. But right now, the weekly chart is looking pretty damn ugly. And I see nothing positive in this weekly chart. And I've gone bearish on the weekly chart as of this red line. And we're still, going down. Here's the daily chart. So as I noted yesterday, right, the line here, the bottom of the descending triangle was hit for the third time. That should be it, okay? If we get back to 10,000 one more time, we are really working with thin ice. And if we get to 10,000 one more time, I am going to be very confident that it's not going to hold the price again. Because if we get there again, we're going to be already below the 128-day moving average, which has been very good in supporting the price prior to this point, okay? So I am looking for a bit of a dead cat bounce. How big can this dead cat bounce be? Well, it could have already been concluded at 10,300. It can go as high as 11,000, which is ideally what I would like to see. It going back to 11,000, then back to 10,000, and then coming down, okay? That's what I'm looking at right now with the daily chart. Now, again, I would have said it yesterday, according to the time indicator, technically, and this is why I don't like automated trading, technically, there was a short play on the table at the worst possible point, as the number with a 2 on it started trading below a number with a 1 on it. I'm pretty sure I would have been very clear on the videos that this is not the best time to short. The reason is because the better time to short would have been off the resistance point, not after the price of Bitcoin had fallen $3,000 in 48 hours. It gets overexhausted, okay? And you have the 10,000 and the 128-day and the triangle support. So there is some support here, even though the support is not all that significant, and it will crack next time. It's enough support not to jump on a short at this point. So that would not have been advisable, okay? You wait and you for a better opportunity. I also would not be very eager in taking this dead cat bounce long trade. I would also be a little bit careful because I don't know how high it's going to go. Its best probability is that it goes back to 11,000, then 10,000, then cracks like this. Okay, so basically, here's what I'm expecting. Here's what I'm expecting, right? These are called fractals. You have this here, 12,000 supported the price, 12,000 supported the price the second time, and we went back and hit the top line. This is the second time right here. This was December 30th is equivalent to January 23rd. And then we came and hit it the third time. The third time was January 11th. The third time we just had 2 days ago, okay? On the way back, we never even went that high because, look, we ran into resistance at 14,000. That resistance was the combination of the 50-day moving average and the Fibonacci line. We once again, I mean, the moving average is way too high right now, so there is room to the upside. The new Fibonacci line is right here at 11,000. That's also the triangle resistance of the descending trend line. But this time around, we have the 200-day moving average supporting us instead of the 50-day moving average providing resistance. But then the fourth time we came to the bottom of the big descending triangle, look at this giant candle and how we crushed right under it. And the important thing is we fell from near the support line of 12,500. We fell from that vicinity, so there was plenty of room to the downside. This is the difference between this capitulation of January 16th when we fell. I can't see. When we fell from an opening of 13,600 to a low of under 10,000. That's a $3,000 fall in one day. So this is how you want to see your breakdowns. You want them to come from near the vicinity of support. So you want this to come from near the vicinity of $10,000. So if we start to like fall from around 10,000 or 10,500, I would be looking at a $2,000 to $2,500 fall from there. And that should take us to that $7,500 area where we get to reevaluate the situation. Now, if we're lucky, we will fall into this area on a red 9 that will hit the support line, and it would give me a nice, stab at calling the bounce. But for now, and I am looking for the repeat of the larger triangle playing out inside the smaller triangle. Okay. 4-hour chart. Okay, so the 4-hour chart kind of made it to a 9, right? So this right here, this candle, 3 candles ago, so at 11 p.m. Eastern time last night, the 4-hour candle, at the bottom of this candle, there was a 9 here. So if I would have taken a screenshot at 11 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern time last night, which would have been I think 10 p.m. or something, or 12 p.m. Here in Singapore, I would have seen a 9 with a red arrow, with a green arrow, and I would have probably tweeted out like, hey, there's a potential for a bounce here. So hopefully at least my clients saw this phenomenon. And right now, the $10,300 prior low of the symmetric triangle, which I pointed to in my last video, is acting as resistance. Now, I think that there is still a little more upside left, and we're already hovering around this line too much. So I do think that we could very well bounce here. Oh, let me put my computer on charger. Hold on. We could very well bounce here for a little bit, something like that, right, into the moving average. But it can be anywhere here between these two red and green lines, right, as long as we stay below the prior high, right? Because you got to remember, where is our new resistance? Our new resistance is the combination is exactly 11,000. Okay, so around 10,900 is where I would be looking for this current dead cat bounce to end. So I would be looking at 10,900 area, maybe something like that. But it's a 4-hour chart, so maybe like that. Okay, so it's not an exact science, guys. And this would be like, the moving average is going to come over there and stuff like that, right? It'll give me a lower high. Like I really want to stay below this green line, okay? And that would set us up on. I mean, if we're lucky, we can get a 9 to the upside here, and then boom, we go down. All right. The 1-hour chart is about to hit a moving average, and it's about to hit a dime. So on the 1-hour chart, we're about to take a break from this reversal. The aggressive 13 gave us a reasonable bottom here for a short-term, dead cat bounce stab at a bull trade if you're a very short-term trader. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I don't really have time for questions. But like I said, I have to get in a taxi. I have to get to the Tony Robbins show. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's going to be, I wonder if I'm going to be laughing or not. Mostly at like the people that idolize him. It'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. Like I have no idea what I'm expecting either. I'm using a friend's ticket. That friend couldn't make it. All right. I had lots of notifications. Apparently, CoinDaddy made another video. Yeah, Magic Money. Check out the movie. I was in that movie. CoinDaddy made a video. Oh, so when I saw this picture, right? So I don't know who did this. I think there might be an article. I'm not even sure, or it's just a picture. I didn't actually think this was me because it had way too much hair. So I thought this was like some kind of a stock picture. But then I was later informed that this is supposed to be me. So thank you for giving me more hair that I did not even recognize myself in the cartoon. And people were tweeting about something about CoinDaddy. So if CoinDaddy made another video, I should probably check that out. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I get too many notifications. I can't even keep up. I know I have emails. I know I have messages. I have to get back to people. But hey, like I said, my affiliate codes are slowly being filled out. I'm putting in my Amazon gadgets list there as well for you guys because a lot of people have been asking. Sign up for the DC and New York seminars. LA seminar is fully sold out. And that's about it. I'm going to turn off my camera, say hi to you guys. I am back in Singapore, and I have conferences each of the next 5 days. So I have no idea. And some of those conferences start at like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. So there may or may not be any more videos the rest of the week. I have absolutely no idea. But if I can do a short video, I will bring it to you. Okay, I'll talk to you all later, and see you all on the next one.